We live in a time where people are more depressed, less and less motivated, people are getting more and more addicted to their smartphones and having the perception that everything else around them is boring. The worst part is that you cannot get motivated because your willpower is totally depleted. But there is an actual science and research on how you can increase your willpower and avoid its depletion, and I will help you to understand exactly what willpower is and how you can take advantage of these scientific methods. According to most scientists, willpower can be defined as a limited resource capable of being depleted, the ability to employ a cool cognitive system of behavior rather than a hot emotional system, the ability to delay gratification, resisting short-term temptations in order to meet long-term goals. Willpower is the most important factor for you to achieve your goals, create habits and stick to them. Understanding how to achieve unlimited willpower can help you avoid short-term temptations that give you instant dopamine rush and may take away your focus from the most important tasks. These are the 5 ways that you can use to improve willpower based on proven scientific research. Number 1. Learn how to manage stress and expand your comfort zone. Best way to deplete your willpower is to have a chronic stress. Therefore, this is the first and probably the most important step because we need to manage our stress levels. Being under high levels of stress means that our body's energy is used up in acting instinctively and making bad decisions based on short-term outcomes. Our prefrontal cortex loses out in the battle for our energy when high stress is involved. Stress equals cravings. Scientists have shown that stress, including negative emotions like anger, sadness, self-doubt, and anxiety, shifts brain into a reward-seeking state to relieve that stress. Stress relief strategies come in 2 categories: low effectiveness and high effectiveness reliefs. The most effective stress relief strategies are exercising or playing sports, praying or attending a religious service, reading, listening to music, spending time with friends or family, going outside for a walk, meditating, and spending time with a creative hobby. Low effectiveness strategies are gambling, shopping, smoking, drinking, binge eating, playing video games, surfing the internet, and watching TV or movies. Now, this is the most important thing. The main difference between low and high effectiveness reliefs is this. With low effectiveness strategy, you're falling in a trap and your brain is releasing dopamine and relying on the promise of quick reward. The problem in this is that this is really an effective solution which doesn't help you for more than a few minutes before you go back to the stressed state. Therefore, you need to rely on something that will actually help you long term throughout your day. High effectiveness stress relievers like exercise, meditation, going for a walk will boost your mood-enhancing brain chemicals like serotonin and GABA, as well as the feel-good hormone oxytocin. They also help shut down the brain's stress response, reduce stress hormones in the body, and induce the healing relaxation response. Just because they aren't as exciting and doesn't give you that quick fix like the dopamine does, we tend to underestimate how good they will make us feel in few hours. This is the main reason we forget about these strategies, not because they don't work, but because when we are stressed, our brains persistently mispredict what will make us happy. This means that we will often talk ourselves out of doing the very thing that will actually make us feel better. So the next time you're feeling stressed and about to reach for the promise of quick dopamine relief, consider trying a more effective stress reliever instead. Number 2, focus on the few, not the many. If you want to get the most out of your willpower, you should focus on few things that you write down and follow closely. This will decrease your stress as well, because you won't multitask, keeping your work simple and even boring. But you need that, because from the boring stuff comes all the best ideas and creativity. The best example for this could be Steve Jobs. He was master of focusing his energy on building the best products and avoiding even the smallest distractions, like deciding what type of clothes to wear on daily basis. Thinking daily about what are you having for breakfast, lunch and dinner is a waste of time as well. Things like going to grocery store, checking phone, replying to messages can take hours of your day and distract you immensely. Laser beam focus is the #1 trait for all the successful people around all categories of life, business, sports, and entertainment. But focusing is the hardest thing in 2023 as well. With all the social media, instant information, instant dopamine boosts, instant connections, instant messages, and never-ending information that honestly you should just ignore. Number 3 is get more sleep to get your brain manage your energy. Getting enough sleep makes a difference on how our prefrontal cortex works. Sleep deprivation, even just getting less than 6 hours a night, is a kind of chronic stress that impairs how the body and brain use energy. The prefrontal cortex is especially hard hit and it loses control over the regions of the brain that create cravings and the stress response. When the sleep deprived catch a better night's sleep, the brain scans no longer show signs of prefrontal cortex impairment. Many people don't realize this, but it is more important what is your nighttime routine before you go to sleep, not how many hours you sleep or the specific sleeping schedule. Even daily activities or the lack of activities may affect your sleep in many negative ways. But if you are wondering how much sleep is enough, here's a rough guide. One of the most acclaimed sleep researchers, Daniel Kripke, found in a recent study that people who sleep between 6.5 and 7.5 hours a night live the longest, are happier and more productive. Number 4 is meditation. Meditation has also been linked to increasing the reserve of willpower we have available, as well as improving attention, focus, stress management, and self-awareness. Meditation is actually the only quick fix, fast results solution, and it doesn't take a lifetime to practice. Brain changes have been observed after only 8 weeks of brief daily meditation training. This means you can literally change your brain for better in 2 months just meditating 15 to 20 minutes daily. Meditation also helps for the high achievers because psychologists and therapists most likely won't advise you to work harder than 99% of people. Meditation in that sense will help you, and it has been effective even before the Western psychology ideas existed. Number 5. Your future self. This is one of the most fascinating studies I have ever read. When we are asked to think about ourselves, certain parts of our brain light up. When we are asked to think about our future selves, different areas of our brain light up. Which areas? The same areas we use when we think about other people. In other words, we treat our future selves like another person. This is why you have to think and act as you already were the person you wish to become in the future. You might wonder, how does this affect willpower? The truth is that we tend to borrow credit from tomorrow. Our inability to stay focused makes us think that we will become improved versions of ourselves later in life instead of now. And this passive thinking leads us into a temptation and procrastination. One of the best ways to improve yourself now: write down every hour and how you spent it. I already know that most people won't do this because they will be ashamed of themselves and they already know that they are wasting most of their time. But if you are really interested in changing yourself, do this ideally for the whole week and you will be surprised how much wasted time you actually have. Planning and writing down your daily habits and goals is crucial as well, because people are creatures of habit and it is easy to fall back in your default state. If you try to keep your goal list in your head, you will 100% forget about it. Take a notebook or simple virtual planner and write the most important tasks you have to do and stick to the plan every day, hour by hour. One last extra advice I would suggest you: use the focus apps in your smartphone and web browser. You can install them for free on iPhone, Android, and desktop. Schedule a specific hours in your day that will be distraction free and block all the websites and apps you will not use for the specific time. I personally started doing this and I actually got like 10 times more productive. And yeah, that's basically my best advice on how you can increase your willpower. Share this video if you found it helpful, subscribe, and thanks for watching.